Hello everybody, is the audibility absolutely fine? First of all, I want you people to check this. Am I audible to each and every one of you? Right now we are live on two different channels. First is Ravind Babu sir's channel and the other one is Creatrix. So I want you people to check this. Is the audibility absolutely fine? Am I audible to each and every one of you? Please check this once. So I guess I am live at Ravind Babu sir's channel. The other students, the other guys who are from Creatrix, is the audibility absolutely fine? I'm audible to each and every one of you. Great. So in the first channel, the people have commented that the audibility is absolutely fine. Let me check the other channel as well. The guys from Creatrix, is the audibility absolutely fine? Let me check this once actually. Am I audible to each and every one of you? Great. I think I am audible. Right. So in the first channel, I think the audibility is absolutely perfect. And in the second channel, please check it once. Great. So I think I'm audible to both the channels. To all the students in both the channels, I think we should start now. Great. I think we should start. Let's start. So first of all, a very good late evening, I guess, to each and every one of you. So shall we start? Right. To all those people who have attended the morning session, as I promised, I will be taking sessions on 9 different days. And one single day, I'll be taking 2 sessions. It means all in all, it will be 18 sessions. This entire series is called FT Express, and I will, during these 18 sessions, I'll be covering almost round about, I'll be taking 30 to 36 hours. The entire session will be bilingual. यहाँ से लेके मैं 9 दिनों तक सेशन लूँगा. हर रोज मैं लूँगा 2 सेशंस. It means होते हैं 18 सेशन. 18 into 2, that is 36. So round about 30 to 36 hours I'll going to take. ये पूरा सेशन जो रहेगा 30 से 36 घंटे का सेशन, ये मतलब द्विभाषी होगा, bilingual होगा. I'll be talking in English as well as in Hindi, so that each and every one of you can able to understand. Alright? In case of any issue, any problem, you can always put it on chat. हालांकि मैं ज़्यादा देखता नहीं हूँ, usually मैं chat, I don't prefer you watching chat, but still in case of any problem, you can jot it over there. Right? Great. Or to all those people who are attending the session for the very first time, वो सारे के सारे बच्चे जो पहली बार मुझे देख रहे हैं, पहली बार सेशन अटेंड कर रहे हैं, during these 30 to 36 hours, I'll be targeting to these 36 hours will be extremely beneficial to the students who will be appearing for GATE 2021. Irrespective of the fact whether you have started aptitude or not, mark my words, if you jot every single piece of information, whatever I share with you, and whatever you feel is worthy enough, it is my promise to you, even if you have not yet started preparation, you will feel a significant impetus in your preparation. This will really going to help you out. So the idea is to help you secure minimum more than 10 marks in GATE aptitude, and if you have a slight test of the idea, my promise to you, you can get more than 12 or 13 marks in GATE aptitude. I think we should start. Before starting today's session, Erin Henson, I love her poetry, I love her style of writing. She has written these 4 lines. There is freedom waiting for you on the breezes of this sky. There is freedom waiting for you on the breezes of the sky, and you ask, what if I fall? You ask, what if I fall? Oh darling, what if you fly? मुझे personally ऐसा लगता है, we give too much importance to failure. Failure is overrated, just like success is overrated. Even if I achieve success or failure, it is part and parcel of life. It is absolutely fine. It is absolutely fine. We live twice. The second time, when you realize that you have only one life. and that is called self-actualization or self-realization. In Hinduism, that is called Atma Sakshatkar. In Western world, they say this epiphany. Or in Hinduism, we use the word nirvana. Atma ka Brahma se milan. So we have got two lives. The second one starts when you realize I have only one life. One life, do more. One life, complain less. One life, live more. जब एक ही जिंदगी तो गजब तरीके से मेहनत कीजिए ना, गजब तरीके से, मतलब सुपर्ब तरीके से. एस्टॉनिश योरसेल्फ. आज तक जो आपने नहीं किया है, it might be possible I had a bad past. It might be possible I haven't worked hard. Till date I haven't worked hard. But today, promise yourself that forget about others. I'm going to astonish myself. I want you people to write in the comment box, discipline awakes destiny. Write it down in the comment box. Discipline awakes destiny. There is phenomenal power in discipline. Discipline awakes destiny. I want each and every one of you to write in the comment box, discipline awakes destiny. गजब तरीके से मेहनत कीजिएगा, कुछ ऐसा मेहनत कीजिएगा कि आप अपने आप को आश्चर्यचकित कर दें. मतलब absolutely resounding hard work. Whatever time is done and dusted, we cannot able to reciprocate the time. We cannot take the time back. But whatever time I'm left with, I'll make sure every single day when I go to sleep, I could able to say to myself, I fought a good fight and I'm proud of myself. तब तो मजा आएगा यार, otherwise क्या मजा, बताओ मुझे. Otherwise there is no meaning. Life is to move on. There is no regret. There is no regret. There is no remorse. There is no compunction. There is no obsession. Breathe in, breathe out and move on. Because life is to move on. गजब तरीके से मेहनत कीजिएगा. Shall we start? Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready? Shall I consider? Great. So in today's session, I'll be taking verbal and reasoning segment, and I'll make you believe कि verbal जो आपके एग्जाम में आता है ना, that is very very easy. In today's session, mix and match जैसा है. I have taken some questions from critical reasoning and some questions from English usage as well, right? So do make sure that whatever I tell you and whatever you feel is worthy, is good enough, is, make sure you jot it down. And don't worry about the PDF. I'll share the PDF. That's not a problem, right? Fine. So most of the questions are those questions which I have directly taken from your GATE exam. So let's see this. Let's start. Before starting this, in your GATE exam, what happens? There are 10 questions from what you say quant or aptitude plus a verbal, and these 10 questions carry 15 marks. How come they carry 15 marks, sir? Because in your exam you will see 5 single marks question, 5 into 1 is 5, and then 5 2 marks question. That's fine. Usually what happens, 5 to 6 questions from quant, and then there is 4 to 5 questions from verbal segment. आपके एग्जाम में यूजुअली ऐसा होता है कि 10 क्वेश्चन आते हैं एप्टीट्यूड के जो कि 15 मार्क्स के होते हैं. यूजुअली there are 5 questions which carry 1 marks. So 5 into 1 is 5. And then there are 5 questions which carry 2 marks each. So 5 into 2 is 10. So 10 plus 5 is 15. This is how you get 15 marks. अक्सर ये देखा गया, it has been seen in the past that there are 5 to 6, at times 7 as well, questions from quant section, quant, DI, whatever you say, and 4 to 5 questions from verbal. आपके GATE की परीक्षा में for the past 10 years, aptitude has become part and parcel of your GATE exam. Prior to that, there was no aptitude. And it has been seen quite categorically that in the last 10 years, IIT has given enough importance to a particular segment called critical reasoning. Whatever you want, you can call. I prefer calling it critical reasoning. आपकी इच्छा है, आप इसे जो भी बोल दीजिए, मैं इसे क्रिटिकल रीजनिंग बुलाना पसंद करता हूं. Sir, is there any specific reason? Sir, is there any specific reason why you call this specific critical reasoning? There is a specific reason actually. In GMAT, GRE, MBA, they call this thing critical reasoning or verbal reasoning. In MBA, actually, they call it as business judgment. And in IM, अगर आप जाके देखेंगे, they call it case studies, caselets, the very same thing. In UPSC, they call it public administration, PubEd. They give you a situation and then they want an answer from you. Usually critical reasoning questions which come in your exam, they are very handy and they are very easy at the same time. You don't need a phenomenal vocabulary to solve these kind of questions. They will not going to ask you what is apothecary in critical reasoning and skullduggery in critical reasoning and apocalypse kya hota hai. They won't going to ask you. Very basic level of English, and then based on that there is a small caselet in question. I'll show you all these things. So in your paper, what I believe you can expect 1 to 2 questions from critical reasoning. That can carry, if there are 2 questions, then one will carry 2 marks and the other one will carry 1 mark. And if there is 1 question, then it will carry 2 marks. Right? Let's straight away come to the point. Let's take the question directly. We're going to have a discussion on this, the very same thing. I'm sorry. We're going to have a discussion on the same thing. What I have done in this particular segment, I have taken questions from the questions which has already been asked. Irrespective of the fact where you are, where I am, wherever you are, wherever I am, 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, 10 years down the line, you'll always be my Shadzi. Shadzi means absolute sweethearts. Right? I think we should move on. Let's start. Let's take the very first question. The modus operandi will be, I'll give you a question, I'll show you a question, and you have to answer, and then we're going to have a discussion on the same. Right? So this is the first question. Let's see. So this is the very first question. This particular question was asked in your exam in the year 2011. This question was asked in your exam in the year 2011. I need a pen. Yeah. So this question was asked in your exam in the year 2011. I want you people to read this and jot the correct answer, whatever you feel like. Whatever you feel is the correct answer, mark your answer and then we'll discuss. For this, I'm giving you 1 minute to mark the answer. Right? 1 minute. Go ahead, everybody. Make it fast. You've got 1 minute to mark the answer and then we're going to have a discussion on this. Great. Absolutely. Go ahead. Nice. This is what this question looks like. You have got 1 minute and then we're going to have a discussion on the very same thing. Go ahead. 1 minute. Don't take more than 1 minute. Most of the people are saying B. Okay. A few of them are saying D as well. And that's it. Anybody any other answer? Don't take more than 1 minute. 1 minute se zyada mat lena. Abhishek Kumar Jha, C. Okay. Let me explain this. Now listen to this very, very carefully. This kind of thing is called critical reasoning, right? Now how critical reasoning looks like. Now listen to this. Whatever I say, please listen to this very, very carefully. One of my favorite movie and probably yours as well is Bahubali. Right? Let us suppose there are 2 people who are discussing. There are 2 guys who are discussing about this movie. One of the person said, Bahubali was a great movie. Fabulous. This guy said, no, it wasn't. He said, it wasn't. This is an absolute piece of trash. This is not an argument. This is not at all an argument. On the contrary, listen to this. Listen to whatever I say. Every single point is important, right? On the contrary, if the first person said, unbelievable, Rajamouli Sahab is a genius. Only a genius can make such kind of movie. Amazing. Rajamouli Sahab is a genius. Prabhas Sahab, Rana Daggupati Sahab hamare, Shetty Sahiba, unbelievable acting. Unbelievable. The great, phenomenal acting. The VFX is phenomenal. Jaw-dropping VFX, man. Jaw-dropping cinematographic experience and lyrics. Phenomenal. And based on this, if this guy said it was a great movie. Now listen to this. Based on all these reasons, if this guy would have said this is a great movie, now this is an argument. Sir, why? Because these things, these reasons are called premise. I want you people to write this word. These reasons are called premise. Sir, when you say premise, you mean reason? Yes. To all the northern Indian, northern part of the country, to all the people who are from northern part of the country, reason बोल दो, आप premise बोल दो, कारण बोल दो, and based on this, when you said something, excuse me, that part is conclusion. And premise plus conclusion is an argument. So when you say this is an argument, it must have a premise. It must have a conclusion. More often than not, it has been seen in your GATE exam, they straight away give the question and then they ask you, what is the conclusion of the above paragraph? Conclusion. What can be inferred? Inference. Conclusion, inference, deduction, these three words are absolutely same. I want you people to write these down. Conclusion, inference, deduction, all these three words are same. More often than not, it has been seen in the past that in your GATE exam, IIT has preferred giving these kind of questions where they have asked deduction, conclusion, inference. Is everybody fine with whatever I said till now? Is everybody fine? If you have any reservations, you can post whenever I get a chance. I'll look at that, right? If you have any reservations, you can always post a query. So conclusion, conclusion, inference, deduction, these three words are same. Conclusion, inference, deduction, it is based on certain kind of premise. So premise plus conclusion, this is called an argument. Now let's come back to the question. Dhyan rakhiyega, this is the most common variety of question which comes in your exam. Let's come back to this part. The horse. When you say the horse, it's a collective noun. We're not talking about any particular horse. We're talking about the class of horse. The horse has played a little known but a very important role in the field of medicine. In the field of medicine. This has been a very tumultuous year, and now, by God's grace, now we are discussing about the vaccines. Whatsoever vaccine, whether it is Pfizer's vaccine or AstraZeneca, the efficiency 70% although, Pfizer, BioNTech, AstraZeneca, and in the month of February, Johnson & Johnson vaccine is also going to come. Similarly over here, the horse has played a very little known but yes, indeed important role. Sir, why are you marking this? Just to tell you what kind of things are important in a critical reasoning question. Horses were injected with what? Toxins. Just like you make vaccines. You know what happened in vaccine? चाहे वो mRNA का technology use करे, चाहे any kind of technology, what happens? Basically in a raw form, if I am to tell you, what you do, you introduce a suppressed version of vaccine, right? This is how you do. There are 4 different stages to vaccine creation. In the very first stage, we give that medicine to animals, especially mice and monkey, and then you test on some small set of people, and then a few more people, and then a few more people, and then you collect the data, and then finally in the 5th stage, that is the approval stage. So nation-wise, approval has been given to any kind of vaccine. Similarly, horses were injected with toxins. Okay, toxins of disease until their blood built up immunity. This is a good word. Their blood built up immunity. We are not giving them immunity. Although there is a program going on that is called Genome India Project, GIP. If anyone is aware of this GIP, and if all those people who want to plan, who are actually planning to go to ISC Bangalore or they want to associate with biotechnology or the field of medical as well. Genome India project is going on. I have my video on YouTube on Genome India project. It's a fantastic project, and I believe in the next decade you will come across this, right? So what more or less what Genome India project is, let us suppose in medical field there is nothing called aging. We are human being and we are like this forever, but the only problem is our cell stops to function efficiently. Gradually, slowly and gradually, the efficiency of cell decreases. Let us suppose, for example, let us suppose there is X person, his immunity is 100, but gradually when this guy ages, his immunity falls down to 80. And if as an example, all those people whose immunity is less than 100 units, they are extremely vulnerable to cancer. So now this guy is vulnerable to cancer. So what we can do, what we are trying under this project, we can actually give him immunity from outside. Let us suppose if we can give him 20 units of immunity such that now this guy is not vulnerable to cancer. That is roughly what Genome India project is, right? Fine. And why I talked about ISC Bangalore, because this project is going on in ISC Bangalore. That's why. Then a serum was made from their blood. Who is this there? The horse, of course. Serum to fight with diphtheria and tetanus, were developed this way. What did I say? Inference based question. From my side, put up a single star on this. This question was asked in the year 2011, but the trend has still been the same. In your exam, they prefer asking inference, conclusion, deduction based question. It can be inferred from the above passage that horses were, let's see, given immunity? No, they were never given immunity. Their blood built up immunity. They were never given immunity. They were given toxins. They were never given immunity. They were given toxins. Their blood built up immunity. Is it fine? They were never given immunity. Whenever you do, see the same thing I say to CAT aspirants as well. Whenever you do verbal question, listen to this very, very carefully. And if there are 4 options, go into negative mindset. Try to eliminate 2 options, and then the 2 options you are left with, choose the best possible answer. More often than not, you will get the correct answer. We are not native speakers, right? So we have to come up with these kind of hacks. Generally I'll come to this. Given medicines to fight toxin, there is almost no difference between option A and C. There is almost no difference between option A and C. They were given immunity to disease. No, they were not given immunity. They built up immunity. Given medicines? No, they were never given medicines. They were the serum was produced in the body, and using the serum, the medicines were made. We haven't given any kind of medicine to horses. So this is also incorrect. This is what I was talking about. So what I know, either the correct answer is B or D. Once again, what do you say? What is the correct answer? B or D? Post your answers, everybody. Make it fast. What do you say? B or D? Given diphtheria and tetanus. So where are we producing these vaccines then? These medicines then? No, they were not given diphtheria or tetanus serum. That their body built up immunity, and then the serum was made from their body. Okay. And I want people to find the difference between made of and made from. Jot this in the comment. Jot this in your notebook. I'll ask you tomorrow. Made of and made from. There is a difference. Made of and made from. In tomorrow's class, do let me know, or in the comment box later you can post this. Generally quite immune. At least we can say that they are quite immune. Sir, how can you say this? Because they were given toxins. Because they were given venom. They were given toxins, and still their body built up immunity. Excuse me. We cannot say that they are immune, but yet they are quite immune. Sir, why have you used the word quite? quite. We have used the word, and this is not me who used the word, IIT has used the word. Why they were using the word quite immune? Because the toxin, small amount of toxins, ऐसा नहीं कि ज़्यादा देते घोड़े ही मर गया, ऐसा नहीं, a small amount of toxins were given to horse, and that is why they're quite immune. So what is the correct answer? B. To all those people who have got the correct answer, fabulous, well done. How many people got the correct answer? Go ahead. Great, well done. Absolutely. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Shall we proceed further? Is it fine, everybody? Absolutely. I think it is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Shall we proceed? Great. Right? So this is the correct answer. As I told you, the correct answer is B. Before moving to the next question, let's see a small vocabulary, some vocabulary words as well. The photograph from where I have taken this photograph from a movie called Wake Up Sid. Wake Up Sid में जो depiction है ना रणबीर कपूर साहब का is absolutely fine. This is how आप में से all the boys probably कैसे होते हैं लड़के? Careless. There is a word in English called nonchalant. Nonchalant वो जिसके लिए सब चलता है. Nonchalant वो who is quite careless. Nonchalant वो जिसके लिए सब चलता है. So to all the boys in the group, I have a word, and that is nonchalant. It is not nonchalant, it is nonchalant. I want you people to pronounce it as well. Sir, pronunciation कौन पूछता है? Sir, who asked pronunciation? I don't know who asked that. But in the year 2016, there's an exam called XAT ZAT. They have asked pronunciation. Sir, how is it even possible that any exam can ask pronunciation? अगर मैं पेपर बना रहा होता ना GATE का, I would have given this kind of questions. They have asked exactly, मैं आपको बताता हूँ what is that they have asked. They asked the pronunciation of this word, SOBRIQUET. The pronunciation of this word is sobriquet. It is not sobriquet, it is sobriquet. I want the people to pronounce this. It is sobriquet, galat. It is sobriquet, and you won't believe this was 3 marks question. Sir, what is sobriquet? Your nickname. Your nickname is called sobriquet. अगर मैं होता यार इस तरह की क्वेश्चन देता भाई मैं, I would have asked you the spelling of vacuum. I want you people to jot down the spelling of vacuum. Let's see how many people get the correct answer. Spelling of vacuum. Take 10 seconds and jot the spelling. Vacuum. 10 seconds, not more than 10 seconds. Go ahead. Shoot. Spelling of vacuum. Absolutely. Well done. Nice. Vacuum. Go ahead. Make it fast, everybody. Vacuum is one of the most common word, in spelling correction, most common word which is asked in most of the competitive exam. What is the spelling of vacuum? VACCUM. First option. Second option. VACUUM. Third option. Mark your answer. VACUM. Fourth option. None of the above. Go ahead, make it fast, everybody. Make it fast. VACCUM, VACWM. Third option, VACUM. None of these. Go ahead, make it fast, everybody. What are the answers? Great. Nice. I'm really sorry to say the first answer is incorrect. To all those people, mark my words, the first one is incorrect. I know this is more painful than your first heartbreak, but still it is incorrect. This is absolutely correct answer. This is absolutely correct answer. VACWM is vacuum. This is absolutely correct answer. Right? So this question was asked in most of the competitive exams. This is a very common question, vacuum. Right? Let's go ahead. So nonchalant वो जिसके लिए सब चलता है. Right? Although ठीक है, nonchalant. There's one more word. If you want, you can write. Although I don't want to use this word, that is stoic. This is actually a very wrong depiction, but still ठीक है. Western world prefer a word stoic for all those people who are quite apathetic. Apathetic. APATHY. पैथी जहां पे आएगा इमोशंस को लेके आएगा. Wherever you see this word pathy, it means emotion. Let me use this. Pathy, wherever you see this word pathy, if I have said a word in the class, that word is automatically important in any competitive exam. या तो आप एग्जाम के पहले मान जाइए, अदरवाइज एग्जाम देके आके तो आपको विश्वास हो ही जाएगा, राइट? If I mention a word in the class, that is automatically important. It's up to you. If you really feel it's worthy, make sure you write it. Apathy. Apathy are those people who don't show any kind of emotion. Sympathy. Sympathy is daya. Oh, pity, daya. Sympathy. Empathy. Empathy. E-M-P-A-T-H-Y. Empathy. For example, one of the guys went through a breakup. किसी के ले लेते हैं example. कौन हो गया यहाँ पे? Lucifer को ले लेते हैं. Lucifer went through a breakup. I'm sorry, but let us suppose Lucifer went through breakup and Anuj went to Lucifer and he said, I'm really sorry, but I can totally understand what you are going through. I can totally empathize with you. You know why? Because both of us, we are from engineering background. We go through these kind of emotion every week. Remarkable, man. Empathize with you. I can totally empathize with you. It means I can totally understand the kind of emotional trauma you are going through. I can totally understand the kind of tormenting experience you're going through. Empathy. So apathy. So pathy is emotion, apathy, sympathy and empathy. When I said nonchalant, this can be used as synonym of nonchalant. Although I hate to use this, but okay, fine. Western people, they write stoic as synonym of nonchalant as well. Stoic ये नहीं होता है. Stoic, this is not stoicism. I prefer reading stoicism. My favorite authors are Marcus Aurelius, Seneca and Epictetus. Stoicism is way beyond this, but still ठीक है. Western media बोलती है stoicism है, तो मैं लिखवा देता हूँ. Stoics are those people who understand what is within their control and who understand what is beyond their control, and they try to control only that part which is within their control, and they leave as such those things which are beyond their control, and this in Latin called amor fati. Amor fati is faith of God, but ठीक है, whatever, right? So nonchalant वो जिसके लिए सब चलता है. In one of the competitive exam, this question was asked. I want people to mark the synonym of this. Correct option A, B, C, D. What do you think? A, B, C, D. I want you people to mark the synonym of this. Make it fast, everybody. I want you people to mark synonym of this. Go ahead. Shoot. Make it fast. Go ahead. I want you people to mark the synonym of this. Nonchalant. Put up a double star on this word. If I said double star, you have to write double star because that is important. मैंने अगर बोला है तो उसको वर्ड को एग्जाम में आना है. I'm not bragging, I'm not aggrandizing anything, but it is important. That is why I'm saying this. Nonchalant वो जिसके लिए सब चलता है. Careful. How is it possible, man? The person is unconcerned, absolutely irrelevant. Someone asks you in an interview, why do you think you are the strongest candidate among all? Sir, आप मौका तो दीजिए, sir. He said, get lost. मौका तो दीजिए. This kind of question, whenever this kind of questions come, listen, ध्यान से सुनना इस बात को. Whenever this kind of questions come, these kind of questions are there in an interview. Why do you think you deserve this seat? Why do you think you deserve this place? The answer must be based on your past and then your vision. What you've done in the past that makes you most eligible. Be relevant, be germane. There is a synonym of relevant and that is germane. G-E-R-M-A-N-E. I want you people to write this. Be germane, be laconic, be crisp. Acting rashly, no. Absolutely fine. But I think I should give you one question. I said this, careless. ध्यान से सुनना. In one of the competitive exam, careless and carefree, they have asked the difference between careless and carefree. मैं disclose कर ही देता हूँ. This was asked in CAT. Let me disclose this. This question was asked in CAT. So what is the difference between these two words, careless and carefree? When you use the word careless, this is a negative word. On the contrary, carefree is positive word. Let's take an example. For example, all of you guys who are preparing for your GATE, right, or whichever exam you are preparing for. Let us suppose you have grinded yourself enough throughout the day. You've really worked hard and you believe as if now you deserve some rest because you worked hard you worked hard to have that kind of rest. So now you are carefree. You've really worked hard. You've earned that rest, so it's carefree. So right now I am carefree. Why? Because I'm already done with my work. What is the meaning of this word careless? Careless means reckless. It's a negative word. Careless means reckless. You are an extremely careless person. You need to sort this habit. Who is saying this to whom? Probably a wife must be saying this to her husband, that you are extremely careless, right? तो आप बहुत ही ज़्यादा गैर जिम्मेदार इंसान हो, केयरलेस इंसान हो. ध्यान रखना इस चीज़ को. It's a good word, right? तो अभी right now you guys are kids, you're not married, so probably you're not going to understand that kind of emotional chord. लड़कों के साथ दो ही चीज़ होती है यार. In case of boys, there are only two kind of boys. First, those who are married, and the second, those who are happy, right? There is no other emotion. Happily married is a myth. Let's go ahead. Let's move on to the next one, right? Let's take another one. This question once again came in your exam. ये मैंने आपकी gate से ही लिया हुआ है question भी. So let's see this. Let's see what the question is. This question was asked in the year 2015. Choose the appropriate word or phrase out of the 4 options given below and complete the following sentence. This question was asked in your exam. I have directly copied it. This question came in the year 2015. Let's see. Frog. What kind of sound frog makes? Unbelievable. Take 10 seconds and mark the answer. I don't care, man, even if you don't know the answer. Smartest of the guess. Croak, roar, hiss, patter. Give it a shot. Even if you don't know the answer, don't leave it as such. Take 10 seconds and mark the answer. Right? अगर आपको आंसर नहीं भी पता, well done, शाबाश, absolutely correct, well done. Hiss. Sir, earlier I was not aware of this word hiss. Then what happened? Sir, मुझे ना ये पहले word आता नहीं था. Then I watched Malika Sherawat's movie, Mute में. Then I understood this word, hiss. There's a movie. हाँ ठीक है, hiss वही है. Hiss. Snake used to do hiss. Roar. Lion, tiger, they roar. This is a very, very good word, man. I want you people to put up a single star on this word, patter. What is patter? When it rain cats and dogs. You know, we use this phrase. It's raining cats and dogs. It means heavy rain. The kind of sound it makes on the window or on the roof, that is called patter. It's a fantastic word. But at the same time, I want you people to find the difference between these two words. Once again, the difference came in other exam, but it is important for your exam as well. Continuous, CONTINUOUS, and continual. Sir, if this question came in some other exam, why are you telling us to jot this? Sir, जब ये question ही दूसरे exam में आया है, तो आप क्यों बोल रहे हैं सर लिखने को? IIT Guwahati 2018, they asked the difference between complement and complement, break and break, beside and besides, lose and lose. This is called English usage. These kind of questions are very important. It has become very important in the past few years. Right? So I want you people to do R&D on this, but let me give you an example. What is the difference between continuous and continual? This is a bottle of water. If I pour it like this is continuous flow of water. What kind of flow of water? It is continuous flow of water. So this uninterrupted flow is called continuous flow. On the contrary, if it rains, that is, this is continual. This is continual. This is uninterrupted. That is continuous. Right? Make sure you do R&D on this. Put up a single star on this. Make sure you do R&D and write at least 1 to 2 examples of this, right? So continuous and continuous. Shall I consider you'll be doing this? Great. Let's move on to the next one. Let's take the second question. Once again, let's take the question from your exam. Once again, another critical reasoning question. This question came in the year 2016. Another fabulous question. Very beautiful questions. I'll be giving you 90 seconds. Go ahead. I'll be giving you guys 90 seconds. This is the question which was asked in the year 2016. ISC Bangalore made the paper. Very, very important question. सुनने के पहले mark करो answer. I want the people to post your answers. मैं side हो जाता हूँ. Right? I want the people to mark the answer. I want each one of you to mark the answer and then we'll discuss. 90 seconds. Don't go beyond 90 seconds, please. 90 seconds you have. Give your best shot. Irrespective of the fact whether you get the correct answer or not, that's not important actually. "90 seconds, make it fast, guys. I want answer. I don't care whether it is correct answer or incorrect. I want an answer and I won't be giving you more than 90 seconds. Let's see if anybody has given the answer. What do you think? Why I have given this question? Because of this. They have given 4 statements and then they have given the option. This is a very well crafted question. Very beautiful question. बहुत ही बेहतरीन question है. 4 statement दिया उन्होंने और फिर options दिए. Very nice, man. Very nice question. ये ना, this is the changing trend of gate critical reasoning. ध्यान रखिएगा मेरी चीजों बातों का. This is the changing trend of gate critical reasoning. Right? What are the answers? Okay. C, B, D. यार चारों ही आंसर बता दिए यार. ठीक है भाई. Majority of the people are saying A, C. Majority of the people are saying C and then a few are saying A as well. Okay, I think we should discuss. I think we should discuss now. Right? And eliminate जरूर कीजिएगा option. Right? That is important. SIT, Shore Institute of Technology, Shore Committee had proposed the establishment. This is a very nice word. Of SIT. ठीक है. In line with IITs. Anybody from NIT? Anybody from NIT? आप में से जो NIT के होंगे, IIT के होंगे. In India, ISC Bangalore, IITs, NITs and IM. They are called INIs, Institute of National Importance. INIs. सर इससे क्या होता है? अभी छोटे हो शायद अभी ना समझो, but INIs are the premium most college of your country. If you are a pass out from NIT or IIT or IIM, that gives you a fabulous advantage, not just in alumni perspective but in future as well. इंडिया के बाहर भी. बाकी आपकी इच्छा है. मैं तो इसलिए बोलता हूँ ना यार, आप जान लगा दो ना, गजब टाइप से एफर्ट दो, फैबुलस टाइप से एफर्ट दो, आपको मजा आ जाएगा. मतलब आप एफर्ट दोगे ना, आपको दिल में खुद खुशी होगी. सर यू नो व्हाट, बट माय फ्रेंड्स डोंट अप्रिशिएट दिस. यू नो व्हाट, आई एम गोइंग थ्रू रियल टफ टाइम इन लाइफ. यू नो व्हाट सर, आपको अंदाजा नहीं है व्हाट काइंड ऑफ पेन आई हैव बीन थ्रू. आई एम गिविंग यू 3 words. Write it. I want you people to write it in the comment box. Embrace it, accept it, embrace it, endure it and accept it. Go ahead. I want the people to write this and remember this. Whatever you are going through, embrace it. Complain करने से problem solve नहीं होगी यार. Embrace it, accept it and endure it. If it is endurable, then endure it, then don't complain. And if it is not endurable, then leave it. I want the people to write this. Embrace it, accept it and endure it. If it is worthy and if it is good enough, if you can endure it, then don't complain, just endure. Let's come back to this. So what they have done, they have formed in line with IITs. Okay, I want the people to mark this line. In line with IIT to cater, to bestow, to cater, a very specific kind of need, to cater the technology and industrial needs of developing country like India, like us. We are a developing nation. We are a third world nation. You know what? There are actually two different meanings of third world nation. एक शॉर्ट में बताता हूँ, ज़्यादा वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री पे नहीं जाता, शॉर्ट बताता हूँ. Why we are third world nation? There is something called HDI, Human Development Index. You can see Human Development Index. United Nations. रुको यार, शॉर्ट में बता ही देता. United Nations has got some program. United Nation. There is a program of United Nations, and that is United Nations Development Program, UNDP. And in UNDP, what they measure is called HDI, Human Development Index. You won't believe, to one of my student, in one of the interview, they have asked the difference between growth and development. Can you believe this? My God, bloody hell, what a brilliant question, man. Difference between growth and development. Such a beautiful question. Yesterday, if I had 100 rupees and today I have got 120 rupees, there is a clear-cut increment of 20 rupees. That is, there is 20% growth, the amount of money I have right now. Growth is a quantitative phenomena. I want you people to write this. Growth is a quantitative phenomena. Development, each and every aspect of life that determines the quality of life. Development is a qualitative phenomena. अगर ऐसा नहीं होता, if this would not have been the case, we are growing more than it. We have been growing for more than 5% GDP for the past so many years. We would have been a developed nation, but we are still a developing nation because although our GDP, GNP, NNP, GVA, बहुत सारी चीजें होती है. Although our GDP has been quite substantial for the past so many years, but the quality of life, it will take some time to improve. And that is what HDI is, Human Development Index is. And that is why in case of India, Human Development Index has always been between 0.6 to 0.7. I think this is fair enough, right? This is called Human Development Index that determines quality of life. It's a very nice question, very, very beautiful question. This was the question which was asked in one of the interviews. Oh, sorry, in one of the interviews. And one more reason why we are called developing nation. Other than this, there is one more reason. In short, I'm telling you, there is one philosophy called capitalism, Punjivad. There is another philosophy called communism. PRC has got the same philosophy, People's Republic of China, matlab China. So there is capitalism, then there is communism, and the third world nation. Those who did not follow capitalism or communism, and then they came up with an idea of NAM, non-aligned movement. That is India. India was the leader of NAM. Those countries were called third world nation, right? Which the following can be logically inferred. Look at this. Inferred from the above sentence. Let's see this. In the initial years, SIT students will get degrees. In the entire paragraph, we have not talked about this word. So, this is beyond the scope of the paragraph. This is a ridiculous option. In the entire paragraph, we have not talked about this. Is it fine, everybody? Let's move to the second one. SITs will have a distinct national objective. Let's see this. In fact, let me change the color. They have got a distinct national objective, and what is that? In line with IITs to cater the technological and industrial needs of developing nation. This is the distinct national objective. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Is it fine? So, Joy, communism is not possible. You want India to be communist? आप चाहते हो Sujoy? Communism, you know what communism is? I'm not saying it is good or bad, it's up to you. आप decide करो. What is good? This world is not black and white. There's something called gray shades of life. right? So these kind of things come under gray shades of life. You can agree, you can disagree, it's absolutely fine. आपको अच्छा लगता है तो. So Joy, where are you from? Where you are from? I guess you are from West Bengal, right? West Bengal से आप? West Bengal से नक्सलबाड़ी से philosophy आई थी communism, and that is why Naxalism. नक्सलबाड़ी से Naxalism. Okay, SIT like institutions can only be established in only. Don't use this word this carelessly. Only be established. How can you say this? It can only be established in consultation with IITs. Yes, in this case, we are establishing this in the consultation in same line with IITs, but that does not mean that it can be established only with the consultation of IITs. Is it fine, everybody? So only को इतना loosely use नहीं करने का. SITs will serve technological needs of what? Developing countries. This is the developing countries, and what kind of needs? Technological needs. Both are correct. Second and fourth both are correct, and that is why, which is the correct answer? C is the correct answer. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it correct? How many people got the correct answer? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Great. Right? Shall we move on? This question was asked by IEC Bangalore in the year 2016. I felt this was a very nice question, and this format is very nice. You may see this kind of format in your exam as well, so just be careful. This was a 2 marks question. Right? Great. Let's move on. So this is just the answer. Right. Now listen to this. Anurag Kashyap sahab, it might be possible you may agree or don't agree with his philosophy. That's absolutely fine. But one of the movie was Udta Punjab. Udta Punjab is more or less a true kind of story. Punjab unfortunately is going through this kind of unfortunate incident. Actually this region, this belt is called Golden Crescent. जहाँ पे ड्रग्स वगैरह के केसेस होते हैं, दिस इज कॉल्ड गोल्डन क्रिसेंट. ईरान, अफगानिस्तान, पाकिस्तान, पंजाब, ये दिस एंटायर बेल्ट, जैसे रेड कॉरिडोर कहलाता है ना, कोलकाता, सॉरी वेस्ट बंगाल, छत्तीसगढ़, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, red corridor, just like that. The part which I'm talking about, the Punjab region, Pakistan, Afghanistan, this is called Golden Crescent because of drugs and all those things. I have made a podcast earlier and that is available on Telegram channel. If you want, you can listen. इस पे जिसको आप weed बोलते हो ना, weed, hash, ये सब बोलते हो ना आप, इसको, ठीक है, marijuana, ये सब, ठीक है, cannabis indica, actually इसका नाम है cannabis indica. So whatever that is. One of these movie, Udta Punjab, it got leaked. By whom? By the censor board. Now, मैंने ये सवाल क्यों दिया आपको? Because there are 2 words which are very very important and which you may come across, and that is CENSOR, censor, and CENSURE, censure. Very very beautiful, very innocuous kind of question, but very important question. What is the difference between these 2 words? Censor and censure. किसी का example लेते हैं, right? Let us suppose Bala IIT, Shorab, Sadiq Ali, all these guys, they come to know a movie is launched and censor board has cut almost 30 scenes of this movie. These 3 guys were in college when they got this information. They straight away ran half naked to the hostel and immediately downloaded the movie. What is in the movie? Because of which censor board has put up 30 cuts. Censor board. Some kind of objectionable material. Sir, then what is censure? Censure is to criticize. Censure is to criticize. To criticize, to upbraid, to reprimand, to chastise. These kind of things. Right? To criticize is to censure. Put up a double star on this. Put up a double star on this. And let's come back to this question. Is everybody fine? So the movie was censored by the censor board and censor board has, तो इनकी मूवी फंसती रहती है सेंसर बोर्ड में, अनुराग कश्यप साहब की मूवी फंसती रहती है, और इस तरह की चीजें होती रहती हैं. सेंसर एंड सेंश्योर, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सेंसर बोर्ड, ये रहा. सेंश्योर इज टू क्रिटिसाइज करना, रिप्रीमेंड करना, चेस्टाइज करना. राइट? I want the people to mark the answer in 10 seconds. You have to find the synonym. Synonym of the word censor. A, B, C or D. Take 10 seconds and mark the answer. 10 सेकेंड दीजिए और आंसर मार्क कीजिए. Go ahead. Make it fast everybody. 10 seconds and mark the answer. Don't take more than 10 seconds. A, B, C, D. Absolutely. This question was asked in one of the exams. Remove objectionable material. Yes, of course. Disapprove. No, censor. It's not censure. Protect from danger. Count. What is this? Straightforward question. Absolutely cakewalk. An absolute cakewalk. Absolutely correct. Well done. Nice. Let's take another question which actually came in your exam. तो आपके exam में आया हुआ question लेता हूँ मैं. Vernacular. In the year 2015, they have asked the meaning of this word vernacular. Now listen to this. Vernacular, it means local language, colloquial language. Vernacular is the language which indigenous people of the country prefer using. Vernacular का मतलब local language, जो आपके देश के लोग बोलना प्रेफर करते हैं. सर मैं समझा नहीं, आप इंडिजिनस बोले ना. मैं बताता हूं. देखो भारत क्या है, व्हाट इज इंडिया? इंडिया इज अ सॉवरेन, सोशलिस्ट, सेक्युलर, डेमोक्रेटिक एंड रिपब्लिक. These 5 are called preamble of Indian Constitution. What is this? This is called preamble. Amble का मतलब होता है चलना. Amble is to walk. Preamble, it's a state before ambling, before walking. Preamble of Indian Constitution. This is sovereign. I want you people to write the spelling of this word sovereign. In Air Force, they've asked the spelling of the word sovereign. Can you believe this? Sir, what is sovereignty? Akhandata or samprabhuta. Sovereignty is akhandata and samprabhuta. What does that mean? Within the periphery of the country, there is no bigger power than the country itself. Sir, if it is not true in that case, then you are a colony, you are not a country. Then in that case, you are just a colony. Sir, example just like World War II. Before World War II, there were many colonies. Japan had many colonies. We were a British colony. That is why Commonwealth game takes place. So colonies, right? In the year 2016, a question came in your exam. We are no more colony of Britishers, or we are post-colonial. We are living in a post-colonial era. What is the meaning of post-colonial era? A very basic kind of question came. Sovereign, I want you people to write the word, spelling of this word sovereign. Socialist. Socialist का मतलब होता है equality. The meaning of this word socialism is equality. Socialism का बिगड़ा स्वरूप ही कहलाता है कम्युनिज्म. मंडल साहब आपने वर्ड बोला था ना कम्युनिज्म. Slightly twigged ideology of socialism is called communism. आया तो यही है. यही सोशलिज्म है जिसके बारे में कार्ल मार्क्स बोल के गए थे. दिस इज द सेम आइडियोलॉजी विच कार्ल मार्क्स टॉक्ड अबाउट इन हिज बुक द दास कैपिटल, एंड देन अनदर बुक केम कम्युनिस्ट मैनिफेस्टो, राइट? एंड दीज टू बुक्स वर रेड बाय whom? Mao Se-tung, and then China came into picture. The same book was read by whom? Lenin and Stalin, and then USSR, रशिया, जो आज का रशिया वो बना. सॉवरेन, सेक्युलरिज्म, धर्म निरपेक्षता. ऑल द रिलीजन्स आर इक्वल. वी आर अ डेमोक्रेसी एंड रिपब्लिक. वी चूज आवर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स एंड दे गो टू द पार्लियामेंट. आई गेस दिस मच इज फाइन, राइट? आई थिंक दिस मच इज फाइन. सो वर्नाक्युलर, इज इट फाइन एवरीबॉडी? इज इट क्लियर टू ऑल? माओ से तुंग या माओ ज़ेडोंग, बिल्कुल करेक्ट लिखा आप लोगों ने. यस, बिल्कुल सही लिखा आपने. Mao Zedong या Mao Zedong? I want you people to mark the answer. This question was asked in the year 2015. Go ahead, shoot. Take 10 seconds and mark the answer. Take 10 seconds, everybody. Mark the answer. Mark the answer. I don't care आपका answer correct है कि incorrect है. I want the answer. That is it. Very nice. Right. Sovereignty की spelling सही लिखा है, SOVER. Very good. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Nice, well done. So, Serenam, यार आपके एग्जाम में पूछा हुआ भाई. In the year 2015, this question was asked. Vernacular. Regional, this is the language which is spoken in the periphery of your country. Indigenous people of India. Indigenous people. Listen to this. Colloquial. LOQ, LOQ और LOC जहां पर भी आएगा लैंग्वेज को लेके आएगा. Wherever you come across LOQ or LOC, he is a very loquacious speaker. This guy is one heck of a speaker, man. This guy is an extremely voluble speaker. This guy is a loquacious speaker. QUACIOUS. My God, bloody hell, this guy uses grandiloquent words. I have won the elocution competition. Elocution, write the spelling. Elocution. So LOQ, sir, indigent. Sir, what is the meaning of this word indigent? Indigent का मतलब actually होता है poor. Indigent मतलब होता है poor. Put up a single star on this word indigent, but at the same time I want you people to write the difference between these two words. What are these two words? Indigent and diligent. Indigent and diligent. Put up a double star on these. Indigent पे लिखिएगा poor, and what is diligent? दिल जीत लिया diligent आमिर ने. For आमिर खान साहब, for राजमौली साहब जैसे लोग, for R.K. नारायणन साहब जैसे लोग, for R.K. लक्ष्मण साहब जैसे लोग, these kind of people, they are diligent. They are extremely meticulous. They are extremely fastidious. Those people who give importance to minutest of the details, they are extremely diligent with whatever they do. Diligent is giving importance to detail. Is it fine, everybody? Dil jeet liya diligent Amir ne. So diligent are those people who give importance to minute of the details. If you have any reservations, if you have any doubt, you can always post, right? मैं continuously नहीं देखता phone, so मैं बीच में एक बार देख लूँगा. Right. So this question was asked in your exam in the year 2015. I think it is absolutely fine. Shall we move on to the next one? Is everybody fine? Shall we move on to the next one? Are we guys tired? Anybody who's tired? Anybody who's tired? Great. Fabulous. Nice. है ना, आप लोग मेरे स्टूडेंट हो, आप थक नहीं सकते. आप लोग मेरे स्टूडेंट हो, आप लोग थक नहीं सकते. Right? So you're not allowed to get tired. Right? Great. लिखिएगा कमेंट बॉक्स में एक लाइन लिख दीजिए. कमेंट बॉक्स में एक लाइन लिखिएगा. I will reclaim my dreams. लिखिएगा. I will reclaim my dreams. I want you people to write this down. I will reclaim my dreams. सारे के सारे बच्चे कमेंट बॉक्स में लिख देंगे I will reclaim my dreams. अब नहीं तो कब? आप बताइए. You know what? 30 years, 40 years, 50 years down the line, or probably when we अगर 60 साल तक जिए हम तो probably when we reach the age of 60, 70, whatever life God has given us, when we were sitting on a comfort zone, I personally want to feel I am satisfied with what I have done. I have taken my chances. A good traveler never arrives. Write it down. A good traveler never arrives. Let's go ahead. This question was asked in the year 2012. This is actually a slightly tougher question, but it's a very nice question. Very nice question. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I want you people to mark the answer. Take 2 minutes and mark the answer. I want you people to mark the answer. Take 2 minutes and mark the answer. Take 2 minutes and mark the answer. Well done. Great. Take 2 minutes and mark the answer. मैं side हो गया हूँ. I'm on the other side. Well done. Nice. Nice, well done. Go ahead. Fine, let's discuss then. Right? Make sure you post your answer. That is very, very important. Irrespective of the fact whether you get the correct answer or not, that's not important. One of the legions of the Roman, one of the legacies of Roman legions was discipline. क्या बात है? Discipline. See, they have introduced a word, they have introduced something. The standout feature of a Roman legion, Roman army, Roman regiment was discipline. Now after this, the discipline can be used in a positive or a negative way. Till this part, we are not aware of this. How will they going to use this word? Discipline. We need to read this. In the legions, military law prevailed. Abhi bhi there is no idea. Military law has been used positively or negatively. And discipline was brutal. This is the first negative word. This is the first negative word. ध्यान से सुनना. Discipline on the battlefield kept units obedient, intact and fighting. Oh my God. Now they are talking about grit and determination. Any book? Jim Collins, one of my favorite author. If you want, you can read the books. How the Mighty Fall, Good to Great, Great by Choice, Built to Last. इन चारों किताबों का नाम लिखिए. IIT जाती चारों किताबें पहले पढ़िए. How the Mighty Fall, Good to Great, Great by Choice and Built to Last. I want you people to read all these 4 books whenever you get time. So all of a sudden the discipline was, they have said that the discipline was quite brutal. A negative word in negative circumstances become positive. This guy is extremely obstinate. Obstinate is zaddi, adiyal. Obstinate, stubborn is adiyal. It was his obstinacy which kept him afloat. He was pushed against the wall. He was amidst of all the adversities of life. But it was his stubbornness, it was his obstinacy, it was his adamant attitude because of which he kept fighting. Positive. Negative situation, negative circumstances, negative circumstances or negative word becomes positive. Fine. So, discipline on the battlefield kept obedient, intact and fighting even when the odds and conditions were against them. Okay. So all of a sudden this brutal discipline became very, very positive. This was his will, this was his brutal discipline which kept him alive. Now this discipline became positive. Okay. Which is the following statement best summarizes? Superlative degree. Superlative degree. Tall, taller, tallest. Big, bigger, biggest. Beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Sweet, sweetest, sweetest. Sweetu होता है क्या? Sweetu कैसे हो जाएगा? Personal हो गया ना तो? वैसे best. Which one of the following statement best sums up the meaning of the above passage? The only one thing that is quite categorically pops up in the paragraph, and that is, it is the discipline. Although, actually I should have said like this, although the discipline was brutal, but that brutality of the discipline actually helped them to fight even in the worst situation, even in the adversity, it was the discipline which kept them alive. Right? Fine, let's see. Any statement which has got some positivity to it will be correct answer. Is it fine everybody? Is it clear to all? सभी को एकदम जबरदस्त तरीके से clear है? Great. Let's see. Thorough regimentation was the main. Thorough regimentation. Regimentation is a synonym for discipline. It is a synonym for discipline. I should change the color actually. The main reason for the efficiency of Roman legions. Look at this word, efficiency. Even in the adverse circumstances. In one of the competitive exam, they have asked the difference between these two words. Adverse and averse. I want you people to jot this. Adverse and averse. So what is the difference between these two words? Adverse can never be used for a human being. Adverse situation, adverse conditions. Adverse is used, cannot be used for a human being. Averse is hatred, aversion, loathsome, detest. Averse is usually followed by a preposition to. It is usually followed by a preposition to. Averse to something, hatred to something. Is it fine everybody? Is it absolutely correct? The legions were treated what the hell is this? Inhumanely. क्या rubbish है यार ये? As if men were animals. No. It was the discipline that kept them alive. Absolutely incorrect. कितना negative, इतना गंदा लिखा है. Discipline was the army's inheritance from their seniors. This word we cannot able to justify. Whether they have inherited this, or they have developed this we cannot justify. The harsh discipline to which legions were subjected to led to the odds and conditions being against them. The harsh discipline, which the legions were subjected to led to the odd conditions being against them. Absolutely no. Thorough regimentation was the main reason because of which they were efficient. Is it fine everybody? Is it clear to all? Is it clear to each and every one of you? I guess this is absolutely fine. Fine? Shall we move ahead? Great. Let's take another example. Is anybody tired? No? Good to see. So this was the correct answer. There's a show, पता नहीं किस में आता है, NTV वगैरह में आता है, and the name of the show is भाभी जी घर पे हैं. In this show, these two guys are there. His inclination is towards his bhabiji and his inclination is, please don't mind, take it in a very light way, and his inclination is towards his bhabiji. This is called proclivity, penchance, inclination. Their proclivity is towards the other person. Their inclination is towards the other person. I want you people to write this word proclivity, penchant or penchance. So their inclination is towards their bhabijis. Their penchance, their proclivity is towards their bhabijis. Their proclivity. Put up a single star on this word proclivity. Put up a single star on this word penchance or penchant. लगाइए दोनों पे single star. Very very important. Their inclination is towards their bhabijis. ध्यान रखिएगा, it's a good word. Good मतलब एग्जाम के हिसाब से. In the year 2019 or 20 in GATE, they have given a word. मेरा YouTube में explanation भी है उस पेपर का. If you want, you can see that. Because of coronavirus, we have seen this kind of situation globally. See, अब तो आग के बीचों बीच में है पूरी दुनिया. लड़के ही बाहर जाना है. दुनिया तो विक्टिम है ना कोरोना वायरस की. We are the victim of coronavirus. The entire world is victim of corona. Nobody can do anything. Gradually, we need to fight it out. We cannot do anything. We need to fight it out, right? Unfortunately, the stock market is crashing. अभी तो टाइम अलाउ नहीं करेगा. Otherwise, I would have explained you what is the meaning of negative interest rate and zero interest rate. Negative and zero interest rate. तो जेरोम पॉवेल साहब ने, मतलब यूएस के फेडरल रिजर्व ने, in US Federal Reserve, what Federal Reserve has done, जैसे हमारे यहाँ पे RBI है ना, just like RBI, US has got Fed, 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 Federal Reserve को short में बोलते हैं Fed. What they have done, they have made the interest rate 0%. And that is another reason for what? That you have seen three days back when China gave its number, they are growing at a rate of 6.5%. That is another reason. Abhi right now itna time nahi, otherwise I would have justified it. Right? That is another reason why China could able to show. There was so much tariffs, there were so many bans from Western media, from European countries, from US on China. Still, how is it possible that China could able to book a growth of 6.5%? How is it possible? Because of this reason. This is another reason, and there are many more reasons actually. एक सिंपल सा फंड आपको बताता हूं, गवर्नमेंट अगर नोट प्रिंट करके डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करती है देश में, इसको बोलते हैं QE, क्वांटिटेटिव ईजिंग. व्हेन द गवर्नमेंट डिसाइड्स टू प्रिंट नोट to give impetus to the dying economy, that is called QE, quantitative easing. Whenever you see this stock market is crashing, there's a word plunge and plummet. I want you people to remember this word plummet. This particular word came in your exam. So next time when you see this kind of nose dive, नाक कैसी है अपनी, जुप, किसी की नाक ऐसी है क्या, उल्टी थोड़ी जाएगी नाक. So nose dive, plummet, plunge. I want you people to write the spelling of both these words, nose dive and plunge. Go ahead. फटाफट लिख डालो ना कमेंट बॉक्स में, लिख डालो. मैं क्या बोलता हूँ, लिख डालो ना कमेंट बॉक्स में. वो सब छोड़ो मत यार, बाद के लिए बाद में लिखूंगा. लिख डालो. I want you people to write the spelling of these two words, nose dive and plunge. Go ahead. Empathy मैंने बता दिया. Empathy, sympathy, pathy, apathetic. I've told you all these words, right? So that's not a problem. If anyone who really loves to read, because I love to read, so anyone who love to read on inner peace and all those kind of things, I personally prefer Stoicism, I prefer Taoism, and Confucius' statement, and Buddhism and Jainism. I prefer reading these things. Mari answer, empathetic. Synonym you have to mark. Take 10 seconds and mark the answer. You have to mark the meaning of this words, empathy. I've already told you, तो मैं इस पर ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं दूंगा. Mark the answer please. Go ahead. Mark कर दो, खटाखट, रुको मत, mark कर दो. रुकना नहीं है अपने को. Empathy. Go ahead. Well done. Empathy. Absolutely correct. Well done. Nice. Absolutely. When you can understand the kind of emotion the other person is going through, right? When you can actually empathize with the person, when you can actually relate with the other person's emotion, that is empathy. Full of sadness, no. Sadness तो दुख दर्द तकलीफ को बताता है. Melancholy. Write the spelling of this word melancholy. SSC में once they've asked the spelling of this word melancholy. Melancholy, long lasting sadness is melancholy. With emphasis, no, it's not emphasis. Having unpredictable mood, unpredictable, vagaries. चाहो तो लिख लो इस वर्ड को, vagary, VAGARY. Vagary is unpredictability. Vagaries of weather, vagaries of stock market, vagaries, right? Vagary का मतलब होता है vagary, whimsical. Write the spelling of the word whimsical. Go ahead, लिख डालो. Whimsical. I want you people to write the spelling of the word whimsical. Another important word. आपको एयरफोर्स वगैरह में सब मिल जाएंगे, आप लोग के एग्जाम के लिए बहुत अच्छा यार. Whimsical, I want you to Google कर डालो यार, जो भी करना है कर डालो. Write the meaning, write the spelling. Let's move on to the next question. Let's take this question. This question was asked in the year 2012. It's a very nice question. Very nice question. 2012, this question was asked. I'm giving you 90 seconds. I'm giving you 90 seconds. Mark the answer, please. Not more than 90 seconds. Go ahead. One of my favorite question. One of my favorite question. Go ahead. Mark the answer, please. I want you people to mark this answer. 90 seconds. Don't take even 1 second more than 90. Go ahead. Well done. Very good. Nice. Whimsical की spelling मैंने देख लिया, आप लोगों ने लिखा. Mark the answer, please. Very nice. Great. I think I should change the color once again. Very good. बहुत बढ़िया. I think I should explain now. Wanted. क्या बात है यार. temporary or part-time persons. Great. Contractual job होगा, temporary, part-time. For the post of field interviewer, this is the particular post for which this advertisement, this classified is all about. What is the JD? What is the job description? You need to collect and collate economic data. That's fine. Sir, what data? Economic. Sir, economic data or economical data? यार, मैंने bowling किया. I bowled 4 overs and I gave only 4 runs. I was economical, man. I love to play cricket. On every Sunday I play cricket. अभी हम लोग एक tournament भी खेल रहे हैं. We are playing a tournament. So this Sunday also we have got a match. So for example, if I bowled 4 overs and if I gave only 4 runs, I was economical. I was not economic. I was economical. Right? Excuse me. What are the prerequisites? High school pass must be available for day, evening, Saturday work. Okay. Transportation will be paid. Expenses reimburse. Burs जहाँ पे आएगा, पर्स को लेके आएगा. Wherever you see this word burs, burs equal to purse. Government has decided to disburse money. Government ने decide किया it will disburse money. You can reimburse the amount, right? Which of the following is the best inference? Once again an inference based question, 2012. From the above advertisement. Just tell me one thing. Whether you are a girl or a boy. For example, if you are a boy, if you are a man and you came across this advertisement, can you apply? If you meet the desired qualification, of course you can apply. If you are a lady, if you are a girl, you came across this advertisement and if you meet the criteria, can you apply? Yes, of course. Why not? If a girl can apply, if a boy can apply, how can this be gender discriminatory? This cannot be gender discriminatory. Xenophobia. Phobia matlab fear. Phobia is fear. Xenophobia, exmenophobia. Just to remember. Fear of unknown. No. Fear agar kahan se aa gaya? Not designed to make the post attractive. These two are very good options. A few of you have said D, a few of you have said C. C is a very good option. This is not designed to make the post attractive. Let us suppose for one of you, this post is attractive if the salary has been talked about. The second person says, sir, I am not very much concerned about the salary. Sir, on-site opportunities I am really concerned about. The third person said, forget about the on-site opportunity and salary. I am concerned about hierarchy. The fourth person said, sir, I am not concerned about any of these things. What I want to know is the working hour. I am very precise about those things. The meaning of the word attractive varies from individual to individual. And if something is this abstract, for me, if the salary is the attractive part, for the other person the holidays, for third person hierarchy, for another person on-site opportunities, if this attractiveness is this subjective, then how can you say that when we don't know when to call a post attractive, then how can we say that it is not attractive? Are we getting this point? जब हमको पता ही नहीं है कि पोस्ट अट्रैक्टिव कब रहा होता, when we cannot able to say when we would have called this post attractive. Attractive can have different meanings to different people. So how can we say that this post is not attractive? And that is why this is incorrect. We don't have enough evidence to call this post not attractive. Not gender discriminatory. Absolutely, a boy can apply, a girl can apply, anyone can apply. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? This is not at all gender discriminatory. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Go ahead. Is it fine? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Absolutely. Right? I think it is clear to each and every one of you. Right? Nice. Great. Shall we move on? right? Because you guys are about to face different competitive, you are about to face your competitive exam. It might be possible a few of you are facing like feeling extremely burnout. Sir, you know what? Sir, my friends and probably the people around me, they don't respect me that much. I told you in the morning as well, we should never become prisoner of someone else's opinion. कोई और मेरे बारे में क्या सोचता है वो मेरी तकदीर नहीं बननी चाहिए. Whatever one's opinion about me is, that's fine, but that opinion should not become my destiny. I am writing my destiny. I want you people to write in the comment box, I am writing my destiny. लिखिएगा comment box में, I am writing my destiny if we are our choices. Stephen Covey, the writer of 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he said, I am not the outcome of my circumstances, I am not the outcome of my situations, I am the outcome of my choices. एरिस्टोटल ने इसी को बोला, अरस्तु ने इसी को कहा, लॉ ऑफ कॉजालिटी. Law of causality. We are not human being. We are just the outcomes of all those habits which we have inculcated in the past, and we will be the outcome of all those habits which we are inculcating right now. It means wherever you are, be there. आप जहां पे भी है वहीं पे रहिए और गजब तरीके से मेहनत कीजिए. Promise yourself that I am going to fight tooth and nail, whatever it takes. I want people to write in the comment box, whatever it takes. लिखिए comment box में, whatever it takes. And let's move on. Whatever it takes, I need to work hard. Whatever it takes, I will fight it out. Whatever it takes. In a boxing ring, the one who wins the ring, the one who wins the match, is the one who's ready to die. Knowledge सब कैरी कर लेते एक टाइम पे. People have got knowledge. What lacks is determination. Is the willpower that lacks. धोनी साहब, लाजवाब, गजब. I'm outstandingly inspirational person. Fabulous person. There are hundreds and thousands of and billions of people, millions and millions and billions of people whom Mr. Dhoni has inspired. It's unbelievable. How can someone be so charismatic, still so calm and composed amidst of all the chaos around him? How is it possible that he has found his cosmos? It's quite remarkable. So we have said, impervious Dhoni. Impervious, his coolness, his calmness. Impervious, something that cannot be penetrated. Something is, if you're calling something is impervious, that cannot be breached. Impervious. Put up a single star on this word, impervious. Dhoni sahab ke liye, if you want, you can write one more word, sang-froid. S-A-N-G-F-R-O-I-D. If you want, you can write the very same word, sang-froid, for Prabhas sahab as well. Mr. Prabhas, he is such an iconic superstar. Still, whenever you see his interview, he is so humble and so polite. Rajnikant sahab as well. So humble, so polite, so down to earth. It's unbelievable, man. How can people like him, who have, unbelievable kind of achievers, they're still so humble and so grounded. It's brilliant. Jim Collins has written the very same thing. In one of the book, he has written this. Let me share this with you guys. Jim Collins, आप चाहो तो, if you want, you can use this information for yourself as well. Jim Collins has got a group of people. He has got a team, and then what they do, they make they sort some companies, and then they see why these companies are so successful. In one of the pages, Jim Collins has drawn this, and he said, this is what he has written. These are good companies, great companies. Good, we can take it as like this as well. Good countries, great countries. Good societies, great society. Good students, great students. What is the difference? He has mentioned theta over here. For companies, we can use the very same information for ourselves as well. What this theta is? Is it only discipline? Fanaticism. Fanaticism. That is fanatic discipline. What is fanaticism? Junoon. Eccentricity. Virgin Mobile ke Malik, Mr. Richard Charles Nicholas Branson, when he came to India, all the journalists came and they wanted a piece of a small bite, means a small interview. Everybody was searching for Mr. Branson. Mr. Branson jumped from the second or first store of the hotel room. Everybody saw, my goodness, what happened to this guy? And everybody asked, sir, are you eccentric? He said, yes. Yes, I am eccentric, and that is why I'm going to give you the service only an eccentric person can, and that is why buy Virgin Mobile. What was that, man? Steve Jobs, 1984, this guy started his company. 1970s, this guy started his company, Apple. 1984, this guy was kicked out from his company. 1996, during 1984 to 1996, this guy started Pixar and Next. 1996, Apple was down and out. They've called Steve Jobs once again. Sir, can you do anything with this company? He said, absolutely. Apple actually rose from its ashes and it became such a magnificent company. People rise from their ashes. Fanatic discipline. But below this, he has written one more statement, and I want you people to write this. Good is the enemy of great. Good is the enemy of great. And that is, the Western media use the word for this. When you say the phrase, good is the enemy of great, Western media use a word, complacency. People get complacent. At times we get too complacent, too carried away कि यार मैं तो फोड़ रहा हूँ, probably I am the best in the business. If you are the best, there are many who are better than you. That is called complacency, right? So do remember this word. It's a very good word. And in Latin, the very same word is called memento mori. Memento, M-E-M-E-N-T-O, memento mori. In Latin, there is a word called memento mori. Whatever you achieve in life, whosoever you want, you can become. But at the very same time, each one of us, we must remember, I'm sorry to use this word, but which I'm about to use, death is invincible. Ultimately, each one of us will go to die. Whatever we have created will become done and dusted one day. And people from the southern part of this country, that is why we use this kind of tika. And this is Shiv philosophy. And when you add Brahma ji ki philosophy and Shiv ji ki philosophy, then become Vishnu ji ki philosophy, and that is called Om philosophy, Om mythology. Memento mori is death is inevitable. Is it fine, everybody? Death is invincible, death is inevitable. It means ultimately, I want you people to mark the answer of this. There are four options: A, B, C, and this is D. I want you people to mark the answer. Go ahead. Impervious Dhoni Sahab. So impervious Dhoni Sahab, it means nobody can breach the person's code of conduct, his mannerism, his, the cosmos, the patience. Absolutely, well done. Highly critical, no. Not common, observed, unaffected. He is absolutely unaffected, unruffled by what is happening in its surrounding. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Nice. I want people to write these two words as well. Earlier there used to be featured phones. Featured phones मतलब sir वो 2222 वाले phone होते थे ना, button, but those were called featured phones. And these days we prefer using smartphones because they're touch sensitive. There is a word, palpable. It is not palatable, it is palpable. Palpable is something that is sensitive to touch. Sir, is it same as palatable? No. Palatable is something that is very tasty. Let's remember it like this. Palatable palak. Let's remember it like this. Palatable palak. If anyone recognizes this cartoon, मतलब मैं अपने childhood में देखता था Popeye show. I love this cartoon. I still love this cartoon. Palatable palak. Every time he eats his spinach, palak, so he gets energy and he fights with Pluto. Palatable palak. Palatable is something that is extremely tasty. At the very same time, if I asked you something and you came up with an answer and I said, okay, fine, I accept your answer. Your answer is quite acceptable. It's a palatable answer. It's a palatable explanation. Palatable also means acceptable. Put up a double star on this, and I want the people to mark the correct synonym of these. Palatable. I want the people to mark the correct synonym. Go ahead. What is the correct synonym of this? Palatable, acceptable, superficial, friendly, promising. Go ahead. फटाफट आंसर मार्क करेंगे. Make it fast, everybody. Palatable. Let me see the answers. What do you have marked? Great. Well done. Yes. Currently, I am in Sydney. Yes. And right now it is 5 in the morning. I have started the class at 3:30 and right now it is 5 in the morning. Yes, Crown 101. Yes. So palatable is acceptable, of course, right? Absolutely correct. Nice. Superficial. Friendly. We have got synonym for friendly. Friendly, amiable, amicable, those kind of words. Promising. These guys, Shubman Gill and Prithvi Shaw, they're extremely promising young stars. Right? Is it fine, everybody? Palatable is something that is tasty, yes. Upper palate, lower palate, we say. Let's move on to the next one. So, this question was asked in the year 2014 when IIT Kharagpur made the paper, and this was the question. I am giving you 2 minutes and I want you people to mark your answers. 2 minutes you have. Make it fast, everybody. You've got 2 minutes. Go ahead. Great. Two minutes. Make it fast, everybody. 2 minutes you have. Two minutes. Make it fast, everybody. It's a very nice question, actually. Very, very beautiful question. Well crafted question. Shall we discuss? Okay. Nice. Genetists say that they are very close to confirming the genetists. Genetists आप जानते होंगे, those people who study genetics. Gregor Johann Mendel was the father of genetics. Genetists say that they are very close to confirming the genetic roots of psychiatric illnesses. Oh, psychiatric illnesses. Such as, they have given example as well, depression and schizophrenia. Depression, जानते हैं हम depression. आज के टाइम समय में यार, we have got so much information. There is so much virtual life. There is so much going on around us. I don't know यार, मतलब there is so much noise around us, and we want to give our 1 minute to every single piece of information. मैं आपको एक बात बताऊं. Seclusion is extremely blissful. You need, मेरा opinion, this is my opinion, totally my opinion. Need not be correct, this is just my opinion. Even if you love seclusion, that does not mean you are asocial. Seclusion is the fuel to originality. Unless and until you seclude yourself, how will you create something remarkable? If you give your focus to every single piece of information, every single piece of noise around you, when will you give importance to yourself? Jim Rohn once said, to achieve more than what you have to become more than what you are. To achieve more than what you have to become. This life is to become something remarkable, to astound yourself, so that when we leave this world, even God say to us, how was the heaven? तब तो मजा है यार, जीने के तो मजा क्या है बताओ आप मुझे. Genetics say that they are very close to confirming the genetic roots of psychiatric illnesses. Wow. And schizophrenia, when unfortunately schizophrenia is, if God forbid, if someone goes, I'm really sorry, but if X person is there and if he is suffering from schizophrenia, this guy gets detached from the real world. He cannot able to classify, he cannot able to differentiate between the real and the virtual part. He cannot able to differentiate, when he is awake and when he is sleeping. That is schizophrenia. When you cannot able to decipher between the real and the virtual life, that is schizophrenia. And consequently, the doctors will be able to eradicate. This is a very good word, eradicate. Polio has been eradicated, although it took almost 20-30 years. These diseases through early identification and gene therapy. Okay, it's a very nice question. In your exam, it's a very nice question, man. On which the following assumptions see, there's a slight transition. I have given an assumption based question. On which of the following assumption does the statement above rely? Genetics say they are very close to confirming the genetic roots of psychiatric illnesses like this, and consequently doctors will able to eradicate the disease through early identification. This is the conclusion. What is the conclusion? Doctors will be able to in the future. Sir, will, if it will rain, we shall get wet. It's an absolutely incorrect statement. If, when you're already using if, then why it will rain? If it rain, we shall get wet. Now this is correct answer. You're already using if. So if it, excuse me, if it rain, we shall get wet. Right? So this part is the conclusion. Doctor will able to eradicate these disease through early identification. This. Okay, fine. But what it is based upon? What it is based upon? This part of the sentence. Strategies are now available. No, they are not now available. They are not available right now. This is the problem. For eliminating, they are not available right now. They are working on it. Certain psychiatric, this is a good word. I'll come back to this. All human disease can be traced back to genes. No, it's not about all. We are precisely talking about psychiatric illnesses. We are not talking about all kind of disease. No, not true at all. We are talking about a very specific kind of disease, that is psychiatric illnesses. So all human disease can be traced back to gene and how they are expressed. Not all psychiatric illnesses. In the future, genetics will become the only relevant. My God, only relevant. Use this word very, very carefully. This is quite a far-fetched conclusion. Only relevant field for a no. Certain psychiatric illnesses have a genetic basis. Yes, absolutely. Certain psychiatric illnesses, like what? They have given the example. These are the certain psychiatric illnesses which have genetic basis. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Is it clear to all? Fine. Shall we move on? Right. Let's take a few more stuffs. Okay, fine. Let me tell you a word. Chalo, fine. Let's come back to this. So this is South America, and there is a country called Venezuela. I have a video on YouTube on Venezuela. If you want, you can watch that video. The capital of this country is Caracas. Right now, the current president of Venezuela is this Nicolas Maduro. Earlier the president of this country was Hugo Chavez. Venezuela is one of the OPEC member. OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. OPEC is the organization which controls in simple language, it controls the price of crude oil. Right? In simple language, it controls the price of crude oil. But unfortunately, in this country, they don't have enough money to extract their own natural resources. Resulting, and one more thing, there is no private ownership of the property, there is no private companies, there are no private companies. So most of the people, they work in public sector and there is only one public sector company. And because when I was in college, that is in 2009, the price of one barrel of crude oil was $150 per barrel. And now it plummeted down to $20 to $30 per barrel. Whether you are talking about Brent or WTI, West Texas Instrument, that's fine. But the problem is, if you are only dependent on oil, if you are an oil dependent economy like Venezuela, things went haywire for the country. And that is the sole reason, because their dependency was on crude oil, solely on crude oil. They haven't developed any industry. And that is why, very sorry to say, but in Venezuela there is extreme poverty. The inflation in our country, when we say, whenever inflation goes up to 6%, we say things are very expensive. When food inflation is 6-7%, we say extremely expensive. In this country, inflation is in lakhs and crore percentage. And that is why you may see situation like this in Venezuela. All the supermarkets, all the shops, they were looted. People are starving, and you won't believe, people are starving to death. They have eaten everything, whatever was available on the road. They have, killed the animals. They have eaten them. And it's very sorry to say, for Venezuela, we can use the word right now. Venezuela is a destitute country. This is a part and parcel. This is a very, this is an everyday situation in Venezuela, just like Syria. Just like Syria. Syria is going through a huge humanitarian crisis. Many of the African countries are going through a huge humanitarian crisis. I'm really sorry to say, but Venezuela is on the cusp of that. Destitute is the word you can remember. Destitute desh. Destitute, the meaning of this word destitute is extremely poor. Destitute, this word is extremely poor. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Destitute, I want you people to mark this answer. These are the questions A, B, C, D. Is it fine, everybody? Mark the answer if it is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Destitute, it means extremely poor. Absolutely. So ignorant is unawareness. Confucius once said, the meaning of knowledge or wisdom, if you want, is not to be aware with, you should know every single bit of information. Wisdom or knowledge tells you how ignorant you are. What a brilliant statement. Notorious. Notorious. Opaque is a notorious organization. Opaque, or that's why Western countries and most of the countries in the world, they say opaque is a nexus. Standard, we know. So what is the meaning? What is the answer? The word is poor. Let's take. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all till here? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? Is it fine to each and every one of you? Right? So before moving any further, no, let's discard this. I should tell you this. I love to make all these slides. So this was the session. I believe and I think you have enjoyed it. Has everybody enjoyed the session? Has everybody liked the session? We're going to meet tomorrow. These are my credentials. As I said, wherever you are, Wherever you are, I will always be your Shadzi. I was telling you my credentials, just a sec. These are my credentials. I'm really sorry for this. We will definitely continue from here. These are my credentials. I have been teaching for the past 10 years. So I have taught many aspirants for MBA, then GATE, then bank, SSC, all these exams. So what you can do, there are many courses available on Unacademy platform. If you want, you can use this code ST26, ST Saurabh Thakur, 26 my date of birth, to avail the benefits. And we are bringing actually many test series and different stuffs. So there are two different platforms like Plus and Iconic. And Plus, there are many different things there are many different benefits which you can avail. You just need to make a login. There are weekly tests and quizzes and many different interactive things. Iconic, the only additional thing you get, and that is quite important, and that is teacher as well, one-to-one interaction. For example, if you use the code, you're going to get straight 10% off. Like ST26, you'll get it off in for 12 months, 18 months, or 24 months course. I've given an example over here. If you want, you can also follow me in Unacademy, Saurabh 123 Thakur 25, 1681, right? And tomorrow morning 7 a.m. you're going to see this. Follow your bliss. So this is what the session was. I do believe that you have understood every single piece of thing. Is it fine, everybody? Have we understood every single bit of information? Every single piece of thing? Great. Nice. So this was the session. The next session, that will be Quant and DI session number 02, will be the morning at 8 a.m. Right? So do set the reminder. We're going to meet at 8 in the morning. And jate, I want you people to write this one line. We often say that, sir, I don't know, somehow, at times I feel I wonder about things too much. Sir, at times I feel I am not satisfied. I'm not very much convinced. I want you people to write this. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. Write it down in the comment box. Wonder is the beginning of wisdom. It's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine to be lost. It's absolutely fine to wonder for stuffs. It's absolutely fine to be insignificant. There is bliss in insignificance. It's absolutely fine even if you have secluded yourself from all the externalities of life. It's absolutely fine. Wonder is the road to wisdom. We'll meet in the next class. We'll meet tomorrow at 8 in the morning and 10 in the evening. Until then, bye-bye everybody. Take care. Jai Hind.